Feel-good movies are supposed to leave you with a warm, fuzzy feeling, right? But sometimes, when you look closer, these seemingly uplifting films have an undercurrent of sadness that's hard to ignore. Here are 15 classics that, while packaged as feel-good stories, have a much deeper and more somber side when you really think about them. Forrest Gump. Who doesn't love the tale of our endearing simpleton Forrest, zipping through the historical events of the 20th century like a feather on the wind? It's a heartwarming story, until you realize the undercurrent of sadness running throughout. From Forrest's unrequited love for Jenny, who had a lifetime of abusive relationships and dies young, to his mother's premature death and his best friend's tragic end in Vietnam. Not to mention, Forrest's entire life seems defined by a series of events he has no control over.
Run away, Forrest. Run, Forrest! Run away! Hurry!
Big. On the surface, Big is a magical tale of wish fulfillment. A young boy named Josh desires to be big, and bam! He wakes up in the body of Tom Hanks. It's fun, it's whimsical, and who wouldn't want to play on a life-size piano? But hold on, Josh is still a 12-year-old trapped in an adult's body who takes on a job, starts a romantic relationship with an adult woman, major yikes, and is thrown into a world he is emotionally unequipped to handle. The story takes a dark turn when you realize that he's lost his childhood and is living a life of confusion and loneliness.
Transformers pull 37% market share, and that we are targeting the same area. I think that we should see 1/4 of that, and that is 1/5 of the total revenue.
The Pursuit of Happyness. Will Smith and his son Jaden pull at our heartstrings in this inspirational story about overcoming adversity. But let's not gloss over the fact that their characters are homeless for a good chunk of the film. The father, Chris Gardner, takes an unpaid internship, risking everything on a slim chance of a better future. The happy ending only comes after a relentless grind of poverty, desperation, and stress. It's less feel-good and more feel stressed out of your mind, especially in today's economy.
Let me see if I can find you an application for our internship.
Did Mom leave because of me?
Mom left because of Mom, and you didn't have anything to do with that. There's no salary.
No.
I was not aware of that. My circumstances have changed some.
Dad, where are we going?
I don't know.
Wall-E. Yes, we've got a cute little robot diligently cleaning up the earth and finding love along the way. But let's not forget that Wall-E is the last functioning robot on a completely deserted, garbage-filled Earth. Humans have abandoned the planet after recklessly depleting its resources and have devolved into obese, screen-obsessed beings aboard the Axiom. It's a post-apocalyptic nightmare neatly wrapped in a love story between two robots. Adorable, but also a distressing wake-up call. Up. This is one a bit too on the nose, but we just couldn't resist. Up is a colorful, adventurous tale featuring a grumpy old man, a bubbly Boy Scout, and a talking dog. It's charming until you stop for a minute to think about Carl Fredricksen's life story and that gut-wrenching montage of his relationship with his late wife, Ellie. The film navigates themes of grief, regret, and loneliness. Not to mention, the main plot revolves around Carl's desperate attempt to fulfill a promise to his deceased wife by dragging his house, a metaphorical baggage of his past, to Paradise Falls. Adventure is out there, but so is a world of melancholy. Mrs. Doubtfire. Who can resist the hilarity of Robin Williams disguised as a Scottish nanny? But beneath the cross-dressing and comedic antics lies a tale of a broken family, a desperate father, and a contentious divorce. Robin Williams' character resorts to this extreme act to spend time with his children, highlighting the pain of parental separation. The film ends on a positive note with the parents amicably separated and the children adjusting, but it's impossible to ignore the undertone of heartache that permeates the film.
Do you have any special skills?
Oh, yes. I do a great impression of a hot dog. Bottom line, I need to be with my children. And I'll do anything to do that. You just tell me what to do.
Toy Story 3. Yes, in the end, Woody and the gang escape the incinerator and find a new loving home. But let's rewind a bit, shall we? The story is essentially about toys facing their mortality, abandonment, and the existential crisis of becoming irrelevant. The incinerator scene alone is more chilling than cheerful. Even the happy ending is tinged with sadness, as they have to part ways with their beloved owner, Andy. If you're not sobbing into your popcorn by the end, you're made of stronger stuff than I am.
Mom, I'm not leaving till Friday. What are you gonna do with these old toys?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is the story of a charming, rebellious teenager who just wants a day off school. However, if we dig a little deeper, we find a darker narrative beneath the comedic surface. The whole film is a cry for help from Cameron Fry, Ferris's best friend. He's living in an abusive and neglectful household, dealing with severe mental health issues, and his cry for attention is largely ignored. Ferris's whimsical parade of truancy, when viewed through Cameron's lens, is less a joyride and more a voyage through the treacherous waters of teenage angst.
Hello?
Cameron, babe, what's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
On the surface, Groundhog Day is a witty and creative rom-com. But let's acknowledge that Phil Connors, Bill Murray, is stuck in a time loop, living the same day over and over again. It's a comedic existential nightmare. Phil goes through stages of confusion, hedonism, depression, and even attempts suicide multiple times, though he always wakes up to Sonny and Cher's "I Got You, Babe." It's only when he starts living selflessly that he breaks free. Funny? Yes. But it's also an incredibly bleak take on human existence.
I am an immortal. I have been stabbed, shot, burned, frozen, electrocuted. I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god.
He's out of his gourd.
Shrek is a fun fairy tale spoof with a lovable ogre, a talking donkey, and a dragon donkey romance. But let's address the ogre in the room. Shrek is a social outcast who is constantly judged, feared, and ostracized because of his appearance. Fiona, the leading lady, is a victim of a curse that makes her believe she's only beautiful as a human. The film delivers a strong message about acceptance and self-love, but underneath its comedic exterior lies a poignant commentary on societal expectations and prejudice.
I think it's in there.
All right, let's get it. Oh, hold on. Do you know what that thing could do to you? Yeah, it'll grind your bones for its bread.
Yes. Well, actually, that would be a giant. Now, ogres, they're much worse.
The Wizard of Oz. This classic film is full of singing, dancing, and charming characters. But when you really think about it, Dorothy is a young girl who gets transported to a strange land by a tornado, kills a witch upon arrival, and is instantly pursued by another vengeful witch. She is then coerced into a dangerous quest by a manipulative wizard. The whole adventure turns out to be a dream, suggesting that Dorothy might be dealing with some serious psychological issues. Munchkins and ruby slippers aside, it's a troubling narrative.
Toto? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
I'm not afraid of her.
Click. Adam Sandler brings plenty of laughs in Click, where he plays a man who can control his life with a universal remote. Sounds fun, right? Wrong. He fast-forwards through his life, missing out on critical moments with his family, personal growth, and basically life itself. The film is a somber reminder of the fleeting nature of time and the importance of cherishing every moment. You might chuckle, but it leaves you with an unsettling aftertaste.
So I can re-experience any part of my life I want to.
I heard a song playing on the radio this morning.
We have a song?
The song that was playing during our first kiss.
What the hell was that song?
Do you have
Oh my God! Get it? That's my boy.